good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, I'm on piano music. So guys, people are really split between the Deion Sanders situation. I'm somewhat in the middle of what happened. Some of you brothers are supporting Deion, and again, you know, I'm not hating on the brother for what he did. And you have some people in Black America that have, I would say, a sour taste in their mouth. One of those people happens to be in HBCU president, Dr. Kevin W. Cosby. I believe he is the president of Simmons College. He's also a pastor. And well, let me go ahead here and play this particular clip, and then I'll read what he had to say.
Over the weekend, Deion Sanders would make headlines after accepting the head coaching position at the University of Colorado. Sanders has spent the last 3 years coaching at Jackson State, where he would recruit several top Black athletes to the school, earning a record of 27-5 in 2 SWAC championships during that time. On accepting his new position, Sanders would say, "In coaching, you get elevated or you get terminated." Those comments would receive controversy as it infers CU is an elevation over Jackson State. Sanders' coaching at Jackson State was initially believed to be the start of Black athletes finally playing at HBCUs. But now that Sanders has accepted the position at CU, many are criticizing his choice to leave Jackson State and coach at a predominantly white institution.
So guys, you heard what he had to say there, right? Let me just read the clip there. Sad music. I want him to fail because I want Black institutions to succeed. HBCU's wealth, like Black wealth, has been plundered. The only reason Colorado lured him from Jackson State is because of the wealth divide. This is not about Deion personally, but why institutions have all the money. But why they have all the money. Now, if you look, popular pastor, Greater Travelers Rest, it formerly was Baptist Church, Reverend E. Dewey Smith. I really like Pastor E. Dewey Smith. He comments below, "Come on, my brother. I know who you are and what you mean to us, but you want him to fail? I think that's kind of extreme. Deion is my friend." Now, what I want to do is I want to play a clip from John Abba, because this clip the original clip came from Comedy Hype, and I really like Comedy Hype, but I want us to see why the Black community is mad. And I think this is somewhat of a good reason. I'm going to play what John Abba had to say from Comedy Hype, and then we'll come back.
I think I'll answer your question. But ultimately, Deion got himself in this position because of his campaign, which he got people rallied up and fired up about, which was, I'm trying to do this for us, bringing Black players. That's the issue that got him in trouble. If he was just a Black brother coming in and didn't say nothing and would have got the position, we would have nothing to say. Our people are upset because they felt hoodwinked and bamboozled and went with your campaign. You sold me a dream and then you dumped me off. Now, to answer your question, HBCUs is not my sector of the space. In totality, I'm looking at our Black community. You have HBCUs, you have employment opportunities, and so I feel that my work is proven itself in that we're experiencing it in real time right now. So I don't necessarily have a focus on HBCUs, but I do have a focus on the Black community. So my criticism is not necessarily at Deion. He just got himself in trouble by campaigning, firing us up, getting us excited to support him because he's this Black man and he need to keep it Black and all that stuff.
So guys, again, people like Dr. Kevin W. Cosby, people in the Black elite circles, whether it's in the AME, Church of God in Christ, and because usually that's intertwined. Most of your professional Black elite presidents of HBCUs, colleges, things like that, you're going to find them in the Black Presbyterian Church, AME, National Baptist, etc., Church of God in Christ. You blame Deion and want him to fail, when before Deion Sanders came, and I can understand the frustration, before Deion Sanders came to Jackson State, HBCUs were failing. Why were they failing? Let's look at Morris Brown College. Now, Morris Brown, I believe, was an AME, African Methodist Episcopal college, right there in Atlanta. It was right next to Morehouse College, which E. Dewey Smith went to. It was right next to Clark Atlanta and across from Spelman. Morris Brown College closed. Why? I can tell you why. Lack of funding, okay? Lack of funding from who? those who went there, okay? Let's talk about Jackson State because Roland Martin talked about it. At Jackson State, 87% of graduating alumni do not donate back to the university. Some of them who get scholarships, listen to what I'm about to say, they get scholarships, some of them. I know, like, even in certain parts, like a Southern University, Alcorn State, for example, they're not even charging people anymore out of state tuition. And what are you seeing? People not giving back to the university. And the people, such as the good doctor who's a president of Simmons College, those people in the black elite community who, you know, the black elites are terrible. I hate to say it. I do like the black elites in a certain aspect, but I'm talking about these particular people, right? The black elites, as much as I have respect for some of them I don't. And some of them I don't because you sit here and want somebody to fail that's producing and bringing resources to the communities that you and your graduates don't. And now when that person had to spend $150,000 of his salary to donate back to the school, where were you at when you were supposed to come out and say, brother, no, you know what? You're a good brother for coming out here and tell our people, we're going to get our people, the pastors, those of you who beg donations every day, we're going to get Deion to stay in our program. We're going to do what we need to do. Where was you at, brother? You wasn't there. But now you want the man to fail when you want black colleges to succeed. And many of you black professionals out there who have a problem with him, y'all don't give no money. The college graduates don't support. It's y'all who don't do this stuff. So the man needs to suffer because he's doing more in 3 years than what you've been doing all the time. And y'all have money, y'all have businesses, y'all have a lot of stuff. Black professionals have a lot of resources. You have fraternities and y'all still can't get it together, but you're mad at this guy. And before, it's almost like black women being mad at Kevin Samuels or black men being mad at Kevin Samuels for having that conversation about the black community and black women. When that problem that Kevin Samuels was addressing has been going on in black America for years. It was going on when I was a kid. The same arguments that was going on then. And when Kevin died, y'all want Kevin to die. I'm glad some of y'all, I'm glad he's dead, but that problem persists. Deion Sanders is not the problem in black America. Him leaving and going to Colorado exposes the black elites. Those of you who have been anointed to be in charge of our community for that y'all don't know how to get things done. And the people who go to these schools you guys don't support. That's who the real issue is with, not him. Deion didn't go to HBCU. Now I understand, obviously, riling the people up, but for those of you who have been dedicated, you have failed. The HBCU people who run universities are no different in my actually worldview than African one-party state dictators, autocrats. That's who you guys are. You are autocratic dictators who you provide nothing of value for these kids. Your cronies provide nothing of value for these kids. And you're unaccountable for why you haven't produced anything, even though you're supposed to be the talented 10th. You have all the PhDs and the MDs and the JDs behind your name, but you don't produce. So you're mad because you didn't do it. And it's sad. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.